Hey you guys, welcome to the Little Grey Box YouTube channel. So today I want to take you through everything I think you need to know about visiting Kuala Lumpur as a first timer. Firstly, if you don't speak Bahasa, no need to panic. English is widely spoken. I will say that it does go a long way to learn a few local phrases, so it is worth putting in the effort. If you want to say thank you, terima kasih, you're welcome, sama-sama, little things like that go a really long way. It can be really hot, humid, and muggy in Kuala Lumpur, as me and my hair and my Spanx learned. Oh, it was a real sweaty situation. So make sure you pack accordingly. I'll give you some more packing tips in a moment, but you're going to want to keep that in mind. You're going to need to stay hydrated. Lots of water. Less beer, more water. Malaysian locals are lovely, the absolute loveliest people. We have a couple of friends in Kuala Lumpur and they're just the nicest people. I had heard a lot of issues around taxi scams. We found it was easy and affordable just to catch Uber everywhere we went. One thing about the Uber is that we did have to pay cash. We ended up getting a SIM card when we got there because it was just easier than stuffing around with cabs or trying to catch public transport. The traffic is mad. You need to plan what you're doing around the traffic. It's that bad. If you're going to the airport, you need to make sure you allow more time if you're traveling in those peak times. If you are planning on doing some shopping in the streets, brush up on your haggling skills and don't be afraid to barter with street vendors. One thing I really want you to keep in mind is that Malaysia is a conservative country. It's probably not appropriate to walk around in your Kylie Minogue gold booty shorts, you know, ample bosom hanging out, showing lots of midriff. Be a good human, be a respectful traveler, and be aware that Malaysia is a conservative country. With its warm weather, Kuala Lumpur is a great destination pretty much all year round. That said, the wetter months are March to April, September to November. So you might want to avoid that if you don't like getting your hair wet or you just go to perm. Peak seasons tends to be May through August and December through February. Those are really your best times to visit, though do keep in mind, she hot. We found when we were there in May that there were a lot of afternoon storms. It didn't ruin our holiday at all, and I wouldn't be too worried about avoiding the rain unless you are going to be hitting those monsoon seasons. Just be sure to have some wet weather gear with you, and when that rain hits, don't try and use the roads because that famous KL traffic is gonna get you. Enough to stay at the Oasia Suites Kuala Lumpur. It was a hosted trip for us. I loved the place and my mum was with me, and she's a really fussy hotel person and she was obsessed with it. It's right in the heart of the Golden Triangle. If you haven't heard of the Golden Triangle before, it's a triangle and it's gold. It's a famous part of Kuala Lumpur. It just encompasses, you know, some of the major areas and 3 major streets. That's where you're going to want to base yourself so you can get around easily, find the good food, find the good shopping, and see all the things that you want to see. You had so much space. There was the kitchenette, washing machine, a full fridge, the bedrooms. Oh my gosh. They also have an insane rooftop pool. We went full tourist and did the KL hop on, hop off bus city tour. I usually see all the tourists packed on those things. I'm like, oh, you guys are so lame. Like, real travelers find the back roads. Oh, it was so good. KL is really humid. I know I've said it about 1,000 times, but you can't be out walking around in that all day. So we saw everything on the way around, and then we get a really good sense of, okay, what's the actual layout of this town? I definitely recommend KL Tower. That was right next to our hotel, Oasia, and it was just beautiful up there. Be sure to take a little bit of time to wander the streets of Little India. I loved all the bright colored textiles, beautiful bangles, henna, get your eyebrows threaded. And the food. Oh my gosh, the food. Shop Up a Storm in Bukit Bintang. This is where you see all the huge malls, Sephora, all of these shops. If you're keen to scoop up a bargain on some knockoff goods and or practice your haggling skills, the Pedaling Street Market and the Central Market are your spots. If you have time, you might like to plan a trip out to the Batu Caves. Look, I didn't make it, but I know you can do it. Also visit the stunning Petronas Towers. They are like some kind of chandelier, gothic, Great Gatsby thing going on, just jutting out of the earth, super dramatic. If you're keen to try out hawker-style street food, head directly to Jalan Alor. This incredible food street comes alive at night, restaurants, people yelling, eat this, eat that, I'll eat it all, oh my god. If you want to eat where the locals eat, our beautiful friend Ruby, she took us to Kampong Baru. This is the real locals place. If you love a really good nasi lemak, this is where you want to go. My favorite place to eat in Little India / Brickfields was a place called Saravana Bhavan. Saravana Bhavan. One of those is right. And lastly, if you find yourself in Chinatown, be sure to eat at the following restaurants: Kim Lian Ki, Lai Fong Restaurant, Coffee Amo, and explore Merchants Lane. I can't remember all those things, so I have to read off my notes. Please don't judge me. This is a high quality YouTube channel. And humid when we visited. As I've said multiple times, Matt was wearing mostly shorts and sweat wicking shirts. I was wearing mostly cotton t-shirts and cotton skirts, anything really breathable for me. If you are spending all day walking around, think about your footwear. I definitely didn't pack enough pairs of shoes, and I know Matt didn't either, and we both got sore feet and blisters. Now, there are some really fancy restaurants and bars in KL, so if you do want to pack a couple of nice outfits so you can show up and show out, you should do it. I would recommend slipping a poncho or an umbrella, some kind of wet weather plan into your bag, especially if you're carrying camera equipment, because those storms can and will come out of nowhere. If you are staying in a hotel with a pool, be sure to pack your togs. Togs is an Australian word. It means swimmers, aka your bikinis, your one piece, your burkini, whatever you wear. Budgie smugglers. That's another good Australian one. Budgie smugglers. Now, I know I haven't mentioned absolutely everything there is to see, do, eat, and explore in Kuala Lumpur. This is just a little taste. If you are going to Kuala Lumpur and you want to find out more about the things that I've mentioned, or you want some more in-depth guides, you want to be heading straight to the blog. www.littlegreybox.net. Links are below in the comments, or look it up yourself, or hey, you can just pause the video and take notes. Up to you. You do you.